behave, or the way higher mammals behave in sleep, their posture shifts throughout the night. For instance, if you look at my work, you'll see a night of sleep will be comprised of maybe 30 or 40 images. And if you look at the images carefully, they're set up in a chronological order. Now, what's interesting about the way the portraits read is that these images have sequences or frames joined without any movement next to frames with movements. So throughout the night, you'll see a series of images with movement and without movement. Sometimes there'll be 4, 5, 6, or 7 frames without movement. The primary reason why I'm interested in this work is because it is a hidden landscape. It's something that I've never seen before, anyone else has ever seen before. And because I approach it with a time-lapse methodology, that is, a whole night of sleep is comprised of maybe 30 or 40 images, it takes that whole night of sleep in time and space and it condenses it into one ensemble. And you can read it. There's really a story there. It's kind of narrative that occurs. Like the frames of a comic book, if you will, from left to right, up to down. So once I finally convinced my folks to do it, and I got the results, and of course I did myself. I was the earliest guinea pig. Actually, my roommate was. But after I got a few portraits kind of in my hand, so to speak, people, good close friends who were also artists and curious and interested, also agreed. And as soon as I had a half a dozen of these portraits, that was the beginning of a lot of work, and I continue to do that work today.
When my uncle passed away, my family decided to gift his work to museums that understood its value and were able to handle and store it properly. Over the years since then, his images have appeared in a few shows and publications, but for the most part, his work was laying dormant and I was eager to wake it up. I reconnected with Teddy's only other godchild, longtime family friend Delia Bonfilio.
When Ronnie and I got together, we talked and decided to join forces in this project to acknowledge and revive Ted's work. Sleep is doing just that, paying homage to this pioneer in photography. It reveals this unique approach to portraiture that Ted's curious mind uncovered and developed.
What's exciting about this work for me is that it's loaded for everyone. It's loaded for the artist, for the zoologist, for the sleep researcher, the neurophysiologist, for many, many, many people, the psychologist certainly.